today I'm going to talk to you about what I did in January, which was a no-spend January. And I kind of got the idea from Shannon Rose, because she did this a long time ago, or maybe not that long ago. I don't know. She did like a no-spend month just to see how much money she would save. And like, I physically could not spend as much as she could because she has way more money than me. But, you know, in the overall, it gave me the idea to try no spending January for myself, because I sometimes have a shopping problem and I buy things I don't need all the time. And so if I put that preface, like, this month it's a challenge, you're not gonna spend anything, and I wanted to see if I could resist temptation, because I am a heavy impulse shopper, and B, if I could stick to it. And I am proud to say that I was able to stick to it, which is awesome, because I honestly had very little faith in myself that I would. I love impulse shopping, so, but I set the rules that, like, yeah, I could still go get, like, a little bit of fast food and stuff like that. That was in the thing originally, that I could eat out a few times, but, I wasn't allowed to make, like, stupid purchases that I didn't need, or, like, just go buy clothing, or, you know, stuff I didn't need. So there was a lot of stuff this month that I wanted to buy that I couldn't afford to buy, or, like, that I, like, couldn't buy because of my challenge. And, you know, I think that overall I did pretty good. I did have to make one purchase in the middle of the month for the boys. They needed brand new boots, because William didn't have any winter boots, because his little snowsuit had feet, but then he outgrew that one, and the new one that he had, it was Lucas's old one, but it didn't have feet on it anymore. So then he needed boots. And we made do with, like, these kind of booty type things for a little bit, but he wanted to start walking around outside, so he needed some proper winter boots. And Lucas, when the morning I was gonna go get William some boots, I decided to take a look at his feet, because I've noticed for a little bit that, like, you know, you couldn't fit, like, thick socks in his boots anymore with his feet, so he needed thin socks. So obviously his feet had gotten a little bit bigger, so I decided to check it out. And yes, his feet still technically fit in his boot, but it just seemed like it was getting tight. And so, you know, I decided then and there he was getting a pair of boots as well, and they both needed some winter gloves, because Lucas lost his gloves again, so, and William had a pair of gloves, but he's kind of outgrown those ones now, because he got them at the beginning of winter, and now it's kind of like, you know, further into winter. So, he needed some gloves. He loves to go in the crack of the couch, in between the chair and the couch. There you go. I think you took my phone with you. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so I only bought them those, but those wouldn't count towards the purchase because they are considered like a necessary item, which, you know, they needed new boots, so it is what it is. But that is the only purchase that, like, I really, like, made, that was part of things I wasn't supposed to be buying, but it's for the boys. It doesn't count. The challenge was more towards things about me. I tend to spend money. But like, you still have to be able to pay your bills and get food and stuff like that, so that doesn't count. I actually did really good. I think that I stuck to the challenge. I actually can't think of a thing that I bought that I would put in the category of things that I didn't need, which is kind of amazing because normally there'd be multiple purchases of things I didn't need. Like, I'm not allowed to go to Dollarama really because I overspend there. It's like, oh my god, this is only like $2, you know, and then, but that's like 18 items, it's only $2, you know, and so I just don't really go to Dollarama anymore. It seems like a good deal, but you go in, you buy way too much stuff that you didn't necessarily go in for, and then a lot of the time it breaks really quickly because it was only $2. But overall, I'm pretty proud of myself actually. Like, I set a goal and I stuck to it. We're now in February, and I mean, my birthday is coming up. And I told Matt, he's like, well, maybe you could do it for multiple months in a row, you know? And I was like, I don't think so, because February is my birthday, so maybe I should be allowed to buy something for my birthday. But other than that, you know, like, I think it taught me a valuable lesson, one that I've never really thought about before. Like, I've always thought, like, why do I spend so much money on stupid things that I don't need? Why am I such an impulse shopper? And like, having that goal in the back of my head to be like, you have a goal, you're not allowed to buy anything this month, it really did stop me from making like stupid purchases that I didn't need. So I think carrying forward, I'll be able to look better at a purchase and be like, oh, well, if you buy that, what does it mean you can't buy it later? You know, and me and Matt have some serious goals in our life now. Thanks to the kids. We would love to be able to buy our first home. We want to be able to take the kids to Disneyland and not really have a budget while we're there, like not a cheap budget. I want to be able to give the kids some souvenirs. I want to be able to just like try the snacks we want to try, you know, be able to like enjoy the parks and not be like, oh, if we buy that like $10 souvenir, that means we can't buy food, you know. I want to be able to go to the parks with like a healthy budget that we can enjoy ourselves. Not one that we're like buying everything we see. Like, I'm not rich, we'll never be able to afford that, but you know, one that we can pick up a few souvenirs, we can try a bunch of different snacks, you know, we can get a pair of Mickey ears each, you know, and stuff like that. Those are my goals. I, you know, want a house and I want to take the kids to Disneyland, or Disney World, or whatever we pick, you know, like, but I want to be able to do that for them. And, you know, if my spending, because I just impulse buy, is going to prevent me from achieving those goals, then the impulse buy was not really worth it. And at the end of the day, I really enjoy, you know, my kids' happiness, and you know, I think that's more important than the deal that I'm getting, you know, in an impulse buy. It doesn't mean that I won't impulse buy some things, because, you know, that's an unachievable goal. Sometimes you just see something and you're like, oh my god, I need that. But I'm hoping that I'll at least consider more more closely like what I'm impulse buying. But yeah, so but overall, I'm pretty proud of myself right now for sticking to my challenge and seeing it through, and now I'm hoping to continue the spirit throughout the rest of the year and you know, maintain better shopping, like healthier shopping habits, so that, you know, I have more financial security for if something happened and I needed that money. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of more like just a chatty chat, but I hope you guys are okay with that. And yeah, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button. I mean, if you've already hit it, you've hit it already. Like, don't like unhit it, because then you're unsubscribed. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye. Lucas, can you say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
You see on camera.
Camera. Bye.
It's like a family tree.